All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors being to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations into the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. It's the Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Man, we're living in some crazy times. Like the scriptures say, redeeming the times because the days are evil. And this is none other than. All right, it says here, but this is RT News. It says, man threatens to jump from Trump Tower, Chicago, unless allowed to speak for President Trump. To show you that these times have gotten people acting as basket cases out here. If you pay attention to people, man, their vibes are different. Their vibes are off. It's nothing but perverseness. People are mean to one another, man. It's no natural affection. It's no type of sorrow in one's actions. One highly offends and there's no apologetics about it. Everybody just on one track mind to living their life and doing as they please. And the scriptures say this will happen. All right, so without further delay, I'm going to get right to it. It says a man has scaled the Trump Tower in Chicago, allegedly demanding to speak with the president and threatened to cut his rope and jump if not allowed to get his message out. It says multiple videos and photos shared on social media shows a man dangling on a rope around the 16th floor of the 98-story Trump Tower in Chicago on Sunday night, and I guess people uploaded to their Twitter pages. But it says this man is said to be in his 20s, and this is a young man, and 9 times out of 10 it's an Edomite because we know Edomites are very suicidal. But it says it's said to be in his 20s and has been dangling from the balcony in a climbing harness since about 5:30 p.m. demanding to speak to the president to get his message to the media, the Chicago Sun-Times report, cited Chicago policeman spokesman Tom Earn. It says, so it says it is unclear what kind of message the man was seen to deliver, but President Trump was in Nevada on Sunday holding a re-election rally in Carson City. It says 4 p.m. local time as part of his busy campaign scheduled ahead of the November 3rd election. All right, so this election might bring some purge type scenario because you got governor that's being kidnapped, threatened, held for ransom, all types of stuff is going on out here. It's like a purge out here, and we've been telling you through the Spirit that these things will intensify as times begin because the Yahweh Shai said, behold, I come to send a fire on the earth. What would I be if it had already been kindled? All right, so these are the times we're living in. People are going to start losing their mind. People are going to betray one another. They're going to come against one another. You're going to realize that once long life relationships or partnerships, they're going to be broken and damaged without repair. So those of us brothers that's in situations as far as with family or friends or women, you got to hold faith to the faith because for the simple fact, man, you can't really take things personal if things seems to break or be casted asunder, which a lot of brothers go through their things. But we're in a time now that some serious betrayal is going to happen. And that's been on my spirit for, quite some time. And it's very, how can I say it? It's very contrite. It puts you in a broken spirit almost. Well, I won't say broken, but just in a downward spirit. It hurts when you think about it. But it's all for the forwarding of the gospel, and it's all part of prophecy, so we must endure. So I'm going to play a couple of these videos here to just give you brothers some type of depiction as to what's going on out here. Because, like I said, it's finna get heated, especially around this election time. That was only a 19-second video, but basically people are showing you the Trump Towers here. As a matter of fact, we can go to the YouTube video. Click on it right here, and it's gonna pretty much break it down. But yeah, brothers, these are the times we're living in. People are losing their damn minds out here, and you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till they shut society down, and wait till they start locking people up and taking away the food, and bringing in a chip and falsely inoculating people. Watch how people are gonna really lose it, because the scriptures say the city of confusion should be broken down. All right, and this is nothing more but the city of confusion at its finest. Yep. So basically, they took it down, so we can't watch the video, unfortunately. But you brothers, you get the understanding of it, which I don't know how that violated anything that YouTube got going on, because for the simple fact, what's so offensive about that? All right, and the fact that they're putting it on the mainstream media, it should be approval through YouTube. Yeah. So these people out their damn minds, man. Suicide is an all-time high. All right, due to the COVID cases, people out of work, relationships are failing, and like one thing I can say about brothers, man, you got people in situations, whether it's family or people that you was once close to, and they acting an ass. At this time, that show you that the Lord got some serious judgment reserved, because this is not the time for you people out there to be coming, turn up against the men of the Lord. Not you women, your children, your family, definitely not you women. This the time now that you women, you really supposed to be seeking the men of the Lord and getting on their good side, because when this thing go down and you in bad conflict with the prophets, hey man, that's not good territory to be involved in. That's uncharted territories, and you don't want to be in that. That's just like us being on the bad side of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, and most definitely you don't want those. You don't want that smoke. All right. So this is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come." Okay. So I'm gonna look up this word perilous. That's if it allows me to do so. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna look it up. All right, so I did a word search on perilous. Perilous. It means full of danger or risk. All right, hey, that guy, he's completely in danger because he's hanging from a 98-story building of Trump Towers. Like, that's completely out your mind. You got to have some serious demons on you to be hanging from the ledge of a roof getting ready to commit suicide, when the scriptures say you're not supposed to seek error in the death and the error of your life. You're not supposed to bring harm upon yourself. It says full of danger, and an example is a perilous journey south, a dangerous journey south. Like if you go to war, basically you in perilous times because, hey, you're at risk of getting killed. All right. So it says, what do you mean by being perilous? It says involving a full of grave risk or peril, hazardous, dangerous, a perilous voyage across the Atlantic in a small boat. All right. Now these are the times we're living into. So listen up. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." That means dangerous times. People are going to be killing one another, suicide, betrayal at an all-time high. It's going to get nasty out here. People that you once knew, that you once grew up with, these people, they're going to become your enemies. People you once spoke to, once you played in the sandbox with, women you laid down with, very well come against you in this time. It says, "For men should be lovers of themselves, covetous," meaning wanting what somebody else has. "Boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection." They're hanging from a ledge of a building. That's completely unaffectionate, man. All right. "Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce," and that's a fierce action. "Despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, Salakia, lovers of pleasures more than the love of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away." So, hey, brothers, you got to understand, man, that we on tight ropes right now. So the time to walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai is now. All right, to put off the old man and do whatever we can do to make it into the kingdom, because it's getting ready to get rough. Like when you getting on that scary roller coaster, they say buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. This is gonna be a hell of a ride. All right, and only the men of the Lord and the election will survive this coming times. And if you ain't of the elect, then hey, that's all I can say, is that it's a done deal. All right, so this is the book of Matthew 10, and I'm going to start at verses 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." All right, so right there it tells you, and these are the words in red. These are the words of our Lord, who you ignorantly call Christ, which his name is Yahushua in Hebrew. These are words of red. So what is these Christians talking about, that the Lord is all peace, peace, peace? How is the Lord peace, peace, when he said, "I come to send sword and division and variances"? All right, and going into what I was saying, it says, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother." Hold on 1 second. Salakia. But anyway, going back to what I was saying about family betrayal, people going to be doing crazy shit like this. And it says here, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and the man's foe should be there of his own household. Okay, so that's just an example as to what to expect out here, because I mean these people walked around in great pride, so therefore a lot of misery and a lot of shame is coming to these people. More suicides, like I said earlier, more people killing one another. Domestic violence cases have been on a rise since this pandemic began, and I noticed that Esau is doing a lot of more policing on that. Okay, so this is the book of 2 Esdras 8 and 50. It says here, for many great miseries should be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. Okay, we're living in a latter time. We're in the end of times. This is the end of the end, when all the things that Yahushua said will be fulfilled. Scriptures goes into the days of vengeance, where all things should be fulfilled, and we're in none other. All right, so hey brothers, have your head on a swivel, pay attention to the prophecies, and it says here, to be done to them that in the latter time should dwell in the world, because they have walked around with great pride. And all this is due to pride. Dude is hanging from the ledge of a roof, for one, because he's insane. Second of all, because of pride, because these people in America, they feel overly entitled to something. Like every opinion is not always a good opinion, and sometimes it's just best not to interject with your conjecture on somebody. Sometimes it's best to sit back and be quiet. But these people, everybody want to say so, everybody want to lead. Like they say, is too many chiefs and not enough Indians. But anyway, like I said, during the time of this election, is going to be a lot of cases of this, because let's just say if Trump does get selected again, then what you think that's going to mean for Jake? How you think Jake going to take that? But let's just say if Biden gets selected, then how you think Esau is going to take it? So either way it goes, it's a lose-lose situation. 2020 was a very volatile year by far. This has been the most prophetic and most eventful and one of the most funnest years in the truth I've had. All right, despite all of the BS that went down this year in our personal lives, hey, overall, hey, I'm not complaining, because hey, I'm alive to see the Lord does his great work, and I'm pray that he keep me around longer, because the scriptures say, blessed be the men that live it to see the downfall of his enemies. All right, so that's the reason why we're kicking in, we're doing strong, because we want to get on them chariots and we want to see this place burn. At least I do, and I'm sure brothers are in the same type of state of mind, because this place has been hell. This place is hell. It's turned our women against us, kids, friends. It's all twisted, man. All right, there's no remedy here for the men of the Lord. There's no remedy, so we're basically forced to deal with it until the Lord comes back and delivers, which is soon. All right, so let me get one more precept. All right, so this is Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 12. It says, seek not death in the era of your life, and pour not upon yourselves destruction with the work of your hands. I mean, you're not supposed to be trying to commit suicide. All right, that shows you right there, committing suicide is off. On top of that, you're not supposed to be hurting yourself. You're not supposed to be slitting your wrists like Edomite women. A lot of women, they have a habit of going that low as to slitting their wrists because they feel victimized. They go as far as taking pills, overdosing, doing things that just seems totally out of character because they got demons on them. But like I said, man, this is the normal time. This is the new norm. Okay, it says, seek not death in the era of your life, and pour not upon yourselves destruction with the work of your hands. Meaning you ain't supposed to be driving a car and go plow off a bridge because you're having a bad day at work. Or like these Edomites, what they do when they lose in the stock market, they go jump from a 60-story building. Here this man is rich as hell, but he lost, $50,000 in the stock market. He's ready to off himself. That's stupidity. It says, for the Most High made not death, neither have he pleasure in the destruction of the living. All right, for he created all things that they may have their being, and generations of the world were heatful, and there's no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. Right, so Lord ain't with that suicide shit, man. All right, even though Job said, why haven't he gave up the ghost upon birth, because of the hell he caught. But that's the normal state of the man of the Lord, but he didn't necessarily pull it off. Okay, men of the Lord shouldn't be in a suicide state of mind. If you are thinking about suicide and you calling yourself a prophet, you really need to check your spirit and do some serious soul searching, man. Because there's a difference between feeling like you want to give up the spirit because you're catching hell and thinking that you're gonna do it. It's a difference. You can feel that all you want. That's normal. But when you thinking of it and you think about putting it to play, then you need to really question Satan has got a hold on you. Got one more precept here. Man's heart's fell in fear for things that's coming on the earth. Matthew 24. damn. Let me find it. Yep, Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at verses 24 and 4. It says, and Yahushua said it to them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many should come in my name, saying I am the anointed, and should deceive many. Right, but I'm gonna jump around a little bit. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and you're seeing that, and kingdom against kingdom, the world wars, and there should be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. And they're talking about a famine of biblical proportions. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, sorrows. Look up the word. For they should deliver you up to be afflicted, and should kill you, and you should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then should many be offended, all right, obviously that guy's offended at whatever is going on in his life, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. That's right. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Means without affection. We just read that in 2 Timothy, man. You know. But anyway, with that, brothers, it's just a quick lesson, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom and the Baba Ball.